niggas linking up. Trail niggas linking up. Link up, my nigga, let's link up.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the very first live and living color episode of the Link Up. I got a very special guest. Of course, I'm your host, Ron the Don, but I'm gonna introduce to y'all. He my brother. I knew him since I was born. He was in my wedding. Threw me one of the best bachelor parties of all time. We're gonna get to that later. Ladies and gentlemen, Clifton Williams.
What's up, everybody? How you doing?
You all right? You feeling good?
I'm doing good.
Man, it's good to see you, man.
I'm glad to be here, man. We've been talking about this for a while.
I know, I finally got to doing it. That was the thing. I've been wanting to do it for a while, but I don't know. I just been telling myself like everybody got a podcast now. But everybody kept telling me, nah, but we want to hear your voice. You got that type of voice that's for radio and podcasting.
Exactly.
So
we want to hear what you got to say.
yeah. But man, let's not waste any time. We got to get into this Diddy situation, ladies and gentlemen. This
Fresh off the press.
I don't know, like if you had a chance to see it yet. CNN just released the video footage of Diddy assaulting, his
Cassie.
his former girlfriend Cassie Ventura. It was crazy, it's crazy because a lot of people was basically saying like, okay, it's alleged, all these Diddy rumors, they haven't been proven. Well, it's proven now, ladies and gentlemen.
Trying to give Diddy the benefit of the doubt because he is one of our greatest in hip hop. Let's just go ahead and say we all tried to give him the benefit of the doubt. But you don't give somebody $10 million because you ain't do nothing to them. That's just the reality.
Nah.
People ain't just out here handing $10 million because they innocent. He knew he wasn't innocent, which is why he quickly gave that woman her money.
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy. Like for me personally, I kind of knew something was up with Diddy all the time. Like
he changed his name too much for me. Brother Love, that sound like you trying to cover something up. Come on, Brother Love.
I mean,
we know.
People been saying this for a while though. Like even years back, they say like Diddy be throwing the craziest parties. Diddy into some of the strangest things.
But to me, I just always felt like that was just a part of Hollywood.
Yeah,
I felt like that was just part of Hollywood. I don't feel like as far as like parties and sex, to me that's just a part of being in Hollywood. Everybody has. Was I shocked that Jada and Will was they're doing what they do? That's part of Hollywood.
I was gonna say that's a whole nother difference. They family tree all messed up right now.
That's all a part of Hollywood. Now abuse, that's something different.
Yeah, like
abuse is something different.
That's something that, at least for me, like I don't tolerate, I don't condone. I remember like being a little kid, like BET always used to show that Tina Turner movie.
Oh yeah.
And I used to hate seeing what was his name? What's Ike? Ike beat on Tina. Like ever since I was a little kid, I just hated that. Like I don't like if you a grown man, even if you're not a grown man, don't put your hand on no woman. I used to get in trouble for that. Me and when we was kids, she would lie and say I hit her, go back, and then basically they like, you hit her, and then I get in trouble. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, like for me, Diddy, he beating on women, slapped Drake apparently. that audio with him and Meek Mill was crazy.
What was the audio with Meek Mills? I didn't hear it.
You didn't hear that one?
With P. Diddy and Meek Mills?
Yeah.
No, what was it?
Hold on. Y'all give me 1 second.
No, what's funny though is the 50 Cent and back and forth.
Oh yeah, with the sun and everything.
I'm like, and then Meek interjects himself into that.
Yeah, Meek need to stay out of it. After I play this for you, Meek need to stay out of it. Oh,
He's looking very suspect. We don't know what he was doing at the parties we did. No, we have an idea. Let's just be honest. We have a good idea what he was doing at the parties we did.
I got you, dog. Yeah, man. That's the video.
Oh my gosh. No, yeah. look, the rumors been going around about that, but I guess hey, I have no problem with people being who they are. That's the thing. I have a problem with dishonesty.
Most definitely.
That's what I have a problem with.
Yeah.
If this is who you are, you number one already a millionaire, a billionaire. What we gonna take from you? Be who you are.
Right.
I have a big problem with dishonesty because when people is dishonest, that's what gives the appearance that I'm doing something wrong. Nobody would give a fuck about what you and Diddy is doing if y'all was honest about what y'all was doing.
Mm-hmm.
It's the lying and all of the back. That's the stuff that make it look crazy and weird. Because truthfully, you a millionaire. What we gonna do to you?
Right. I mean, like for me, how do I say it? Like the thing that always tripped me about was basically like the Hollywood theory. Like we used to like learn about this in church. So basically, like if you believe in the Illuminati, what they do, they'll get all these rappers, get you drunk, like they say, go on at these Diddy parties, and then basically you'll pass out, and then like if you a dude, a whole group of dudes had a way with you. Now it's on camera. And then like basically if you try to back out of a deal, if you try to expose some secret,
they got you.
then yeah.
They got you.
So like for me that was the craziest part.
Well,
but
according to Cat Williams, that's what's going on.
Well, yeah.
And then at the end of it, you get you a mixed white. According to Cat Williams, that's part of the package.
You know what's crazy about that? Like I saw a video. Somebody basically showed all the black actors and comedians with Nick's wife. Yeah. Nothing.
They say it's a lie if the evidence said the contrary, but everything that he said,
it matches.
Even to the point where you can see some of them had first wives who were straight black. I'm not gonna say nobody named Kevin Hart. Straight black. Left dump the black wife to go and get that nigga.
It's so crazy because like even the Harvey Weinstein thing was crazy. Like you know, Cat Williams, he's so funny that like he could tell the truth, but you don't know whether to believe it because it's so funny. Like, so, but I wouldn't be surprised.
It's some of it sound off crazy, but then it still matches what's actually happening in reality.
Right.
What can you say about that?
It's so crazy. That's why like, you know, I want to do music. I want to do podcasts, but I do not want to be famous. I do not want to, like, if I do, like, I'm okay with it, but I do not want to be in those circles with none of those people.
And that's the thing. It's funny, bro. I was watching this documentary the other day about Kevin, who played House of Cards in the TV show House of Cards. Kevin Costner, and is it Costner? Kevin somebody, one of these like the man pretty much, you know, he's a gay man who wasn't out and pretty much used his popularity or whatever to trap so-called straight men. Pretty much he did what Harvey Weinstein did with women, he did it with men.
Yeah.
You know, it's just like, I get it, we in 2024 and these things have been going on for 30, 40, 50, 100 years in Hollywood. When we look back at people like Marilyn Monroe, if you actually have watched her story, that woman was raped and abused and all kind of stuff to become the Marilyn Monroe that we know.
Yeah.
That's just that was a part of Hollywood that was like hush hush. You just had to accept it to get anywhere in Hollywood. Those were, you can call it Illuminati. I just call it humanity. It's humanity. The worst of you. Look, people can be the worst of the worst of the worst. And it's sad to say that when they get power, the worst of the worst tends to come out.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Like, to me, it's really a power thing. Like, when people get so, like, they got all this money, they can get away with anything, they get drunken with power. Like, Diddy, like, for me, I don't know if you ever saw, like, him on the episode of Drink Champs with Fab and Jadakiss. Like he gets so cocky with it. Like he put it out in the open, but it's like,
and we got to pretend like it was a joke.
yeah, ain't nobody gonna think too much of it. Yeah. Like, so it's like it's right there in front of people's faces. But like I tell you one thing with this whole cancel culture thing,
Oh yeah.
yeah, it's a good and a bad thing. But when it comes to exposing people, you gonna get the truth. Somebody gonna be quick to expose you. That's why
And
you
when you
gotta.
got that kind of footage,
Yeah.
and like I say, sex stuff is sex stuff. It's not unless you have raped somebody.
Hmm.
There ain't much they gonna be. They can't throw you in jail because you had a sex party.
Right.
But what we saw on that camera, I mean, this man was in his fucking time.
I know. Ran down the hallway.
To me, what I saw, it looked like Cassie chose a time when this man might have been in the shower, busy, like, oh, let me hurry, trying to grab what I can and run and get about this shit. This man chased her down in a fucking towel.
Yeah. Chased her down, dragged her.
This woman was trying to get away. I seen. I ain't gonna put my family out there, but I know what it looked like when the bitch gathered the little bit of stuff they got trying to run away.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen it with my own eyes. That's what I saw in that video. I saw a woman who said, okay, this I ain't got about 5 minutes while he in the shower. Let me grab this gas, gather this 1-2 bag and run.
Mm-hmm. And it's like, for me, I know we all like animated about it because we just saw it, but it's heartbreaking too. Because like you can go around and you don't know how many people is in this situation, whether it's like female, male, child, like shoot, dog at this point.
And we're not talking about prostitute. We're not talking about just a no-name person.
Yeah.
We're talking about Cassie. This is somebody who in 2016 was at the height of her career.
Mm-hmm.
In 2016, Cassie was at the height of her career. So we're not just talking about somebody just willy-nilly, oh, this is somebody. What if a video today came out of him doing that to Karush, whatever her name is?
Karushi? Yeah.
Young Miami. That's what it would be like. Somebody at the height of their career getting dragged.
Yeah.
Come on, man. That's sad.
Yeah, it's very unfortunate, but definitely praying for Cassie.
Definitely. And I'm glad she got all her money. She deserved it. After seeing that video, trust me, if a person dragged you like that one time, that ain't the first time he done did that.
Nah.
He was very comfortable. And this man dragged her down the hallway. He ain't just pushed her down and hit her. He grabbed her shirt and dragged her down the hallway. That ain't the first time he done did that. He was comfortable.
Yeah. Nah, it's definitely crazy.
Bitch, you should have got half of what he owned, not just 10. You should have got half of it. You should be the next billionaire, Cassie.
I was about to say, and more. But, they say it's nothing like a Diddy party. I definitely don't want to go to none of those, but
I ain't gonna lie, I probably would have went with consent.
Man, crazy.
I'm not even lying. I probably would have went with consent. As long as everything that was happening was consensual. And we all adults. We good. I just don't do abuse. That's all. I don't do abuse. That's where I draw my line at. It's abuse. If a person want to leave, let them leave. That's something y'all need to hear that. If a person want to leave, let them leave.
But, me and you got the party, specifically the night before my wedding.
Oh yeah.
And it was full of good times. It was, full of trying times. And it was full of some crazy times, to say the least.
Yeah, we had a good time.
Yeah.
I just wanted to give my brother the best bachelorette.
Don't take that out.
The best bachelor party that I could, okay? What got me upset was when we got to had a good time, we were drinking with different places, different clubs, all that. Got to the strip club. We got in there. People let us in the strip club. We had having drinks, buying lap dances, throwing money, whatever, doing all of it. Why do you people come in after we done spent about $200-$300 gonna come talk to my son? Oh, y'all not dressed right. Why you ain't telling that at the door?
It's crazy. I don't even remember the name of the club. I don't even remember where it is. It was just ducked off in the cut somewhere.
I know where it's at, but I couldn't tell you the name of it. I couldn't tell you the name
Because
of it.
we went that night. We tried out like what about 4?
Yeah,
Tried to go to 4.
Yeah.
So
We went to a pool hall. We went to bars. We was everywhere that night.
it was so funny because I remember like by this point I was pretty much gone. Like I was blacking out. Then I come back to see what was going on.
My brother handled this very well. You would not have known. I ain't have to carry him in the house. He was good. And guess what? He made it to the wedding on time.
I was still high and drunk as fuck. But speaking of when I got home, apparently I came in here, slammed the door, and I was just grunting the whole time. Like, oh. And then all I remember is like I took my clothes off and I was like, I'm so happy. Like I told my wife, I'm so happy. Oh, well, I guess I wasn't supposed to say that we saw each other before the wedding. Whatever. Like I was like, I'm so happy, I'm marrying you because I don't know if I can live that lifestyle. For somebody who only drank, when it's a party occasion, I don't even smoke like that, unless it's like a social function. Nah, I couldn't do it, bruh. Nah. I mean, we had some good drinks. I don't know what drink we had.
This man he's saying this, but he really handled himself very well. He was stumbling. His sentences weren't slurring. This man was good. He was good. Trust me.
Man, I lost my hat. It's probably in Rob's car, probably.
Yeah.
And then like the only thing I do remember is like every 5 seconds I had to piss. Like every time we got out the car, I'm like, I gotta go to this bush. I gotta go to the bathroom.
Yeah, that does happen when you drink a lot. That does happen.
My favorite part of that night though, like it was so funny. Apparently, like, because you had to take my car back because y'all was trying to get me way messed up. But
we just wanted to make sure you had a good time. That's all.
The radio. This was around the time like John Morant had got suspended, and you jumped back in the car, and you was basically like, "You making all that money, and then gonna throw it all away because you want to flash guns? That don't make no damn sense."
And then don't be your gun. You getting suspended by somebody else's gun. You got some sorry friends. I'm so sorry. You got some sorry ass friends. If you a fucking millionaire and your friends doing things that's jeopardizing your millions, you have sorry ass friends. I'm so sorry.
It's all good. I'm pretty sure you're not the first or the last person to tell him that. I mean, well,
like he might have learned a little bit. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see next season. He got a lot of. I think Anthony Edwards taking his spot though, as far as like face of the league.
Hey,
but
when you lose your chance, you lose your chance. Those are consequences.
Yeah.
Do you know how many chances he had? That's the thing about it. They didn't let him go the first chance. We gave him multiple chances. This man had multiple chances to keep doing the same shit.
Yeah.
The same. That person would have to be gone out of my circle. Are you kidding me? You'd be gone out of my circle.
Most definitely, especially if you jeopardizing that much. But I ain't want to bring that up. Sorry, Ja. I know that's it back in the
friend. This wasn't. You let a nigga record you on his phone with his gun that you don't even own, not even your own, and you let him post it. Sorry ass friends. You need to check your circle, bro. I'm just everybody. Sometimes there's another word of wisdom. Everybody that's in your circle don't have your best interest in mind. There's some people you need to know that too.
It's all good.
Everybody in your circle don't have your best interest in mind. Watch.
Wise words from a wise man, ladies and gentlemen. All right, but that night we had some drinks. Some that I was trying for the first time. Some that I tried before, but it was mixed with something else. For me, I pride myself on, even though I don't drink, I got a very high tolerance.
Oh yeah.
So I was able, the try.
He ain't missed not one round. Every shot I took, he took.
I ain't have a choice. But I mean, But speaking of that, what are some of your favorite concoctions?
Oh man. Yeah, if I'm taking shots, most likely it's gonna be tequila.
Tequila.
I like tequila.
I don't know. I'm not a big tequila Patron guy. Like I like Casamigos, but
I'm gonna be pretty much a great almost anyway.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
See, I'm a cognac guy.
Unless it's something real cheap. And if I'm broke, I might even drink it cheap. I'm talking about margarita beer. That's a cheap one, y'all. But yeah, now mixed drinks. I don't even know if this drink have a name, but like my favorite mix is Hennessy with cranberry juice and pineapple juice. That's my favorite mix.
See, no, I done had Hennessy and pineapple soda.
Yeah,
but I never had like with cranberry.
That's my favorite. Hennessy, pineapple juice, cranberry juice.
Yeah,
love it. Double shot.
But like for me, I'm a cognac guy. Like, so I like. I like Hennessy. I usually mix that, but something I can drink straight, Crown Royal.
Oh
yeah.
I like Crown Royal.
Yeah, that's the one. That and they got a Crown Royal Peach. I don't know if you got to taste it.
Yes.
But me, I'm more chill. I'm a wine drinker. Like I like white wine.
That's me doing the week.
Yeah.
Me doing the week wine.
Wine.
Like today, Friday, my brother should have had a shot for me when I came through the.
I thought about it. See, I thought about it, but I was telling Leah like exactly. You see, I knew you was gonna be turned up already. I didn't want to take it up an extra notch. You know. Nah, but
maybe episode 50 or 100, you bring me back as a special guest and we'll turn up.
Yeah, we could celebrate for sure. But like that was definitely a fun night. Probably one of the best, the second best days of my life. Obviously, the first was the wedding. That was a great party.
Man, that was a beautiful wedding.
And it's just that DJ though. Well, I tell you, you're right. He was horrible. I'ma say it. I'ma stand on it, but I put it this way: I had people coming up to me saying, "How you want me to handle him?" I put it. That's how bad it was.
I feel like I was outside with the rest of the groomsmen for half the garden. Half of the wedding, I was outside.
I ain't even gonna speak on that because I like our photographer, but everybody was ready to eat. We was hungry. Everybody was getting hangry. We like, come on now.
Look, I had me a drink. I was okay. I had what I needed.
Speaking of that, like we had like a tab on the bar. Everybody ran that up in the first 5 minutes.
Yeah, they did.
What was it? It was like 10,000 on the tab. No, or 1,000, right? Or 5,000 or something like that. Yeah.
They that was going probably like you said first.
Yeah. I ain't know we was gonna have that many drinkers. Especially on my side. Nobody really drank that came on my side. So on my side, like Nisha and them, it was that, and then my brother gonna pop up with some more drinks. Talking about you gotta get lit before the wedding. I'm like, I'm not trying to throw up now. Then I got drinks sent to my hotel room.
And you woke up already feeling
that's
like
what I'm saying.
They say the best cure for a hangover
is to keep drink. That's what Tyler said, but I ain't think that. I was ready to stop drinking. Yeah, but no, that DJ, I ain't even get to enjoy my cake, like my wedding cake, because they were trying to get everything done. Yeah. So it's like, yeah, I ain't even get no wedding cake at Kiasha wedding. Yeah.
I wasn't feeling too good. I had to make it.
Yeah. Same. I'm very happy for them. I love that she found somebody that she in love. It's beautiful to see.
It is.
He seemed like a great guy. I never really got to talk to him, but
me neither. But
you could get the fence. Yeah, especially because Nisha like him, Miss Tasha, everybody. I saw you sitting with your mom. You both seem exactly alike.
Not at all.
Not at all.
God.
See, me, that's
maybe 10 years ago. Today, not at all.
Man, y'all be making similar comments. But I think I act like my mom.
Yes.
And I think my sister act like my dad.
Which sister?
Dude, both of them at this point.
I definitely feel like Nisha is your dad completely. I definitely feel like you have your mom's kind of quiet, calm personality.
See, I'm trying to like get out of that, turn myself up for the podcast. That's why I had to bring you here. So so they can see me turned up.
They don't even understand. You like right out of high school when we was working together.
Oh, I was about to get into that now.
Bro.
Hey, me out of high school now, like it was so funny because Nisha used to say like, oh, you lame, you ain't got no friends. I'm like, Nisha, you obviously don't know me. Like, cause in high school, like I wasn't popular or nothing, but I was well known. So like I was cool with everybody. Like if like I wasn't into it with nobody, but so like I always had people. I just didn't hang out with anybody. That's crazy because that's like I ain't gonna lie. That's how I be feeling. And it's funny though because at my job now, it's some dude like he in a different department, and like bro always be staring at me like he want to do something, and like I I already don't like being at work, and now I got to deal with this person like just staring me down. So I be telling like it's a dude I'm cool with.
See, I'm very confrontational.
Trust me, I'm here.
And a lot of times, I'm not confrontational in the sense where I want to fight everybody I see, but I don't like bullshit, and I'm not somebody who beat around the bush.
Yeah,
I'm not a beater around the busher. So if I'm feeling a certain kind of way, or if you feel in a certain kind of way, or if I look and I see that it look like you feel a certain kind of way, let's go ahead and open this on up so we can have an understanding.
See, that's what I miss about working with you, man. That used to be funny. Like, oh man, like I was talking about this person the other day, Sabrina. Like, Sabrina was such a cool person, but I think me working with Sabrina, Jackie, Nikki, like they used to compliment me every day and tell me how like sexy and red I was, and like these was all like women in like they mid-20s, and I was like 18, 19, so I had all the confidence in the world. I was about to say, hold on now, like in case.
But Sabrina know how I felt about her. She already knew.
Shout out Sabrina.
She found love for her life. Kids together. I'm so happy.
I'm same guy, right?
Yeah.
I met him once. He was a cool dude, and it's cool that he knew that she talked like that. So like, I respect it. But like Yolette.
Yes. We had some big booty Judy. Yeah,
I love Yolette.
She was an older lady. She was probably in her late 40s, almost 50 years old.
Still look good.
Oh yeah.
But
y'all know black don't crack. Come on.
Oh yeah, I love Miss Yolette. She definitely held it down for me, like when I was going through what I was going through back then.
Yeah.
But my dad passing away, so like she gave me like her paid time off. Like
really?
yeah, she used to like. I used to hate taking it, but she gave me no choice. But like she used to give me money, and I always told myself next time I see her, like I just want to have it on me so I can just like return that blessing. Like
she's an amazing woman.
And every time I went back to go visit, she was never there.
I went back recently. After I quit, I went back for the first time maybe 2 months ago.
Mm-hmm.
Just because it had almost been over a year. I wasn't dead or whatever.
Yeah.
I ain't see it then either. I was like, everybody but her.
I told myself I ain't going back. They treated me like garbage when I went back. Like basically, I ain't gonna say no names, but the white guy, he basically like treated me like, why are you here? And like was like,
you talking about the head?
Nah.
What white guy?
The cool one that was the same position as you.
Oh.
Yeah.
You can say people's names. It's getting nobody.
Nah,
beat me.
I just, And
if he wasn't good, that look, you can't never be scared to tell your side of the story.
I'm not.
And if your side of the story is that person was an asshole, then guess what? He was an asshole. That's just the reality.
I mean, he was always cool with me though. It's just I know how he is when he gets stressed out and frustrated. He kind of like that's how he is. So,
he moved on to a bigger and better things, so I'm quite sure he's just fine.
yeah.
Now he was cool. I had no problem.
But no, those was the days. I actually miss working there off the simple fact that I got free food and like my confidence was just growing. Like that was around the yeah.
Beautiful to watch.
It's crazy because I'm more reserved now. Like it's still in me, but like I'm still confident, of course. But like I'm more reserved. Like I'm a family man now, so I just be chilling. But back then, I was that guy. I ain't gonna lie. Like I ain't gonna lie. I could tell some stories, but I know people like
my brother went from like this. Not to say that he was shy, not at all. He never was like shy where he wouldn't talk to nobody, but he was just reserved. He was somebody who was okay. You have people that are okay with themselves.
Yeah.
It's people that are okay with themselves. And then you got people that got always be in somebody's face. But you are still somebody who is okay with being with themselves. So you are not somebody who's looking for attention.
Nah.
You know what I'm saying?
Shoot,
so you're not necessarily like have to be the. You got people that feel like they suck up all of the oxygen in the room because they got to be the main person. You're not like that at all. And I think that's the best thing or one of the best qualities about you is that you know how to be who you are in any environment.
I appreciate that, man. That's why I always like having you around because like you like as far as like outgoing, you the opposite of me. Like you gonna say what's on your mind.
I'm outgoing in the sense of I don't have a problem talking.
Yeah.
But I don't go up to people.
Nah, you don't. Nah, you don't go up to people, but it's more like say we be in the movie theater, like you one of them people that's gonna comment out loud and like people will tell you to be quiet and you don't care. Like you enjoying the movie, you say you gonna get your money's worth.
If I have falling on the floor, I'm gonna fall and roll on the floor. I've done it all at the movie.
Like even when I was a kid and we went and saw Madagascar, like you was in there rolling. Like
people laugh at me, but I watch movies, even if it's a movie that I've seen multiple times, I watch it as if it's the first time that I've ever seen it.
Oh, trust me, I know. Like nah, the one time we went and saw Aquaman, and then I think like Aquaman, and I forgot who like was like his woman in that movie, but she basically not turned her back on him, but like you felt so strongly about her, like now she want to come back, like now you want like that's like.
Which is why in the second movie she was barely in that.
I ain't even see that one yet. DC, so
it's horrible.
Trash.
Let me just say that because it really bothered me. Why would you make the same movie twice? What is wrong with you, DC? You mean Kevin, y'all ain't got no writers over there? Y'all couldn't came up with no different storyline. We just gonna do the same storyline twice. Didn't even change who the evil person was. Didn't change who the protagonist was. It's still the same. It didn't change nothing. Do you think that I liked the first storyline so well that I needed a repeat of it? No, I didn't. Do better, DC, for nobody ever watch your shit ever again. Please, there's people out there writing, and y'all get somebody that's gonna write the same story twice. Y'all need some black people on y'all writers list. That's what the problem is. I know a white writer when I see it. White folks ain't got no good ideas sometimes. They just repeat what somebody else done did. They're good at doing that.
All right, man. Speaking of writing, speaking of writing, man, I already did a video on this in my last podcast. Go check it out. The link up with Ron the Don on YouTube. If you're not watching this on YouTube already, but Drake versus Kendrick, man.
You know what? This is the thing. To me, it feels like I am watching. Do you know when you're watching like a action movie and whoever the main person is, they got to fight everybody else and get almost halfway beat up by everybody else before they get to the main person who they really came there to fight. That's kind of how it felt. It felt like Drake had to fight everybody else and get beat up almost halfway by everybody else before he could even get to the main person who he really wanted to battle. And then by the time he got to the main person who he really wanted to battle, he ain't had the energy to fight him no more, but you'd have been fighting everybody else. That's kind of how it felt to me. I felt like I was watching an actionless movie where the man been sitting there fighting everybody, and I hate that really pissed me off. Because some kind of way, one person always be able to defeat 50 people. Like in Kill Bill, she able to defeat a whole building full of people before she gets to the main person who she's trying to kill. That should have been the name of the damn song, Kill Bill. Because goodness, Kill Bill 2, because I know somebody already got a song called Kill Bill. Kill Bill 2, because that's literally what this man had to do. He had to fight the whole restaurant before he could reach the one person who he was actually trying to kill.
So you ain't like how everybody else was jumping in, Like Kanye, you saw how he jumped in the ring.
Rick Ross, why are you doing this, Rick Ross? The man didn't mention you. You just inserted yourself, which is why he ignored your ass. Because you just inserted yourself into something that had nothing to do with you at all. But now the person who do got something, the game did put out a diss track on you. I ain't heard nothing yet about that one though. Where you at, Rick? Where you at? Because he called you all kind of names. He called you big upper body, small, big. What you going? I ain't heard nothing, Rick. You was doing all that hollering for Drake. What's going on? Like I said, too many people inserted themselves into this shit.
Yeah.
And then you gotta. It's bad when you got somebody who made 2 albums, not just one. He went and made 2 albums and got a different person almost on each song to diss this man. You could have just did it by yourself. I would have preferred and I would have respected it more if Future would have just said what he had to say alone. I don't feel like you needed to go and make 2 albums and go and get people who had beef with him be on each and every one of your damn songs to prove a fucking point. Because it don't make you look good.
Here's my opinion on that. I no doubt, like Future and Drake obviously got some type of beef.
But
like
saying what their beef really is.
That's what I'm saying. But like when to your point, yeah, because it's about a female. But to your point of like everybody like being on his songs, I don't think that was like a Future thing. I think it was more so like Metro because it was a joint album, and usually when Metro make the beat, like he'll go and send it to certain artists. So he went and got the artist.
Intentionally did this. They intentionally.
I think it's one of them things like Future, like you my brother, so I'm on the wave you on. I don't think Future was this is just me. I don't think Future was purposely on some like, yeah man, let's go with that nigga man. Like I think Metro was, and Future just like, yeah, like
maybe it was just one. Yeah, just one, 2 albums back to back.
Yeah.
At a certain point, I can't say that this is not intentional. We're talking about almost 40 songs. We're not talking about 10 songs here. We're not talking about a little bit of song. We're talking about almost 40 songs.
Yeah.
At a certain point in time, I have to say, this is very intentional. If I was Future, let's say I'm Future, and let's say you are 100% correct, and Metro just piecing together people. By song 15, I'm gonna look at Metro and say, okay, Metro, don't you think that's enough now? Because it's starting to look intentional. Even if it's not intentional, by song 15, by album 2, I'm gonna say, okay, can we move on to a different subject?
Yeah.
Because it's just you beating the dead dog. That's kind of what it feels like. At a certain point, by the song 44, you done beat this dog city. The dog is dead. Let it be. Move on to a different subject here. I can't say that it's not intentional when the body of work is so vast with that particular content.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, but then
even if, I can't say that Future did not know nothing about none of these people being on the song.
He definitely did. He definitely cleared it,
if you want to say, I'm gonna say this: if the least that he was is silent, then they have a saying that silence is mean that you're complicit.
Yeah.
So if you want to say that the least he was silent, while Metro pieced this together, he's still complicit because he knows.
Yeah.
That's just how I feel about it. But I would have respected the beef more if they would have just let it either be Drake and Future, which is who it originally started with.
Mm-hmm.
You know, let's be honest. Kendrick was an afterthought. He was just somebody on Future and Metro's album. He was kind of an afterthought when in the initial beef. Mm-hmm. He was one person out of all of the people that was on a particular album. Mm-hmm. So I don't think that the beef started with Kendrick. I feel like the beef started with Future and Metro as far as the Drake goes. I feel like, of course, that particular song was one of the best songs on the album.
I was gonna say that Kendrick kind of stood out.
He definitely elevated the song. I can't deny that. But I also feel like that was in response to the fact that Drake and wanted him on the For All the Dogs song. What's the name of the song?
First Person Shooter.
First Person. Drake wanted him on First Person Shooter. So I feel like Kendrick kind of went hard like that on that song to show like, all right, bitch, I got your ass type shit. So I do kind of feel like back to my original statement, it was just too many heads in the game.
So who do you think won?
Oh, I mean, Kendrick won. That's not even.
I was gonna say like
that's not even.
Yeah, it's not.
I do feel.
Drake has some good songs in there though.
I do. Okay. I do feel like Drake got another one in the cuff, but I feel like there was shootings and all kind of things that happened, and that kind of put a pause.
Exactly.
On it, which is good. Because at this point, I don't think I need another diss track from either one of them. At least not about each other.
Nah.
Different subjects now.
Yeah.
At this point, I'm ready for different subjects. Six. We had 6 now.
Like all together. Now they had like, if you count, it was like 9. I think.
No more. I'm so sorry, y'all. We don't need no more. Y'all diluting at this point. The more y'all do it, it's getting diluted. I don't need no more beef. No more beef tracks. No more. But yeah, Kendrick definitely won this one, and I feel like he won it because he was able to convince people that Drake really don't understand Black culture, at least American Black culture.
Yeah,
I think that's where his biggest win was, and when he was able to convince people that Drake don't understand Black American culture, that's when Drake lost.
Not even just that, but like in a bigger sense, like Drake is so unaware of self. Yeah, like, I feel like that's what Kendrick like everybody's saying Drake a pedophile, but like Drake giving off the image that he is by like the way he moving out here and who he moved with. So like it was almost like Kendrick gave him a self check to self.
Yeah.
You know who else need a self check?
Who?
Soulja Boy. Like this man, I don't.
Is he relevant anymore, y'all? I feel like some people do things just to keep themselves in the conversation.
For sure.
Keep themselves relevant. This man not relevant. Period.
Yeah.
When the last time Soulja Boy was relevant? What was the last good song Soulja Boy put out? This man not relevant in hip hop or anything else no more. But people do that kind of stuff to keep themselves relevant. So whatever you got to do, good. What they say, good and bad press is good.
Mm-hmm. I mean, like to his credit, he definitely started a wave. Like he definitely pioneered stuff.
Yeah.
So I feel like
we talking about now. One thing about life, not just hip hop or any particular genre. One thing about life, it continues. You could be stuck in the past. This man went and found a tweet from how many years ago? It wasn't no recent tweet that Metro had gave it.
Mm-hmm.
You that's how I know you stuck in the past.
Yeah.
That's how I know you stuck in the past. Are you kidding me?
Or
You had to go and find a tweet from how many years ago? Because you ain't got nothing relevant. Because you're not relevant in hip hop today. But Metro is, which is why you want to beef with him. Metro relevant right now.
he ain't want no
He's
smoke
not.
with 21 though.
21 is relevant right now.
Mm-hmm.
He's not.
Yeah, he ain't want that smoke for sure.
Which is why at the end, all he can say is, I'm so bad. I'm going to find some help. I'm going to do better. No, you're not. You're going to do it again because you want to find another way to stay relevant.
So speaking of relevancy,
Make good music and you'll be better.
speaking of relevancy and good music, you know, we like to do a segment on the podcast called Song of the Day. You know, where we might name out a song that we've been feeling today. You might want to put somebody on. You might have music of your own that you want to display. But what would be your song of choice today that you would want others to hear? What is your mood been like?
Y'all gonna laugh at me. Y'all gonna laugh at me because it's not a hip hop song.
Hey, any song is good.
It's not a hip hop song. Don't laugh at me. I am a Beyonce fan. I am a Beyonce fan. So the song that I have been like having on repeat is the new song from Beyonce called Ya Ya. I've been having that on repeat because I just like the way it makes me feel. It gives me good energy in the morning, like it perks me up.
Yeah.
And I just like, and what's funny is I'm not a big country fan, and that's probably why I like this song the most because it's probably the least uncountry sounding song on her album. But I love the song. I love it. It puts me in a great mood. It's my pick me up.
I gotta check that out. You know, I don't really listen to Beyonce like that, so I'm not tapped in. You know, Beehive don't get me, but
I ain't said I'm Beehive, like I'm not a fanatic.
yeah.
I mean, she's just a regular person who can sing very well. But I just happen to like that song.
Beyonce or Taylor Swift?
Don't play with me.
I just gotta ask.
Okay, if I'm gonna go writing, I would probably say Taylor Swift. Writing because Taylor Swift definitely writes the majority of her songs. If I'm gonna go vocal, there is no competition vocal.
Yeah.
Period.
I agree. All right. So with that being said,
And I don't know none of Taylor Swift songs. Okay, not one. Her albums be too long. Good. I'm so sorry. I need to break off into this too. Artists, listen to me. I'm getting real close to y'all. Artists, stop making these albums that got 20, 30, and 40 damn songs on it. I miss the day when albums just had 10 or 15 songs. Good songs. Y'all have put out an album that got 30 and 40 songs on it, and 3 of them be good. I'm done. I'm tired of y'all. Give me back an album that got 10 or 15 songs where all of the songs is good. I don't want to hear no more of these 20 and 30 and 40 damn long songs. I'm done. But y'all, I'm serious. Please, no more.
hey, the other day, recently, not even the other day, man, I've been listening to that what is it called? Dude, that made me sound like a liar. The Miseducation of Lauryn Hill. That's such a great album. I feel like any and everybody should go check out that album. Lauryn Hill is yeah. Lauryn Hill definitely one of the best to do it. She's not talked about enough when we talk about because like a lot of people see her as a singer. She can rap too now.
Man, one of my favorite Lauryn Hill, and I'm gonna call it an album because it's to me it's an album, but it was a live album a live unplugged album that she did. I want to say it might have been for MTV or something. It's one of my favorite albums ever, and all she has is a guitar, and sometimes she's singing, and sometimes she's rapping. She's going backwards. It's one of my favorite albums.
Oh yeah.
My gosh.
She definitely, for me, probably number one, but at least top 3 female artist of all time.
Oh yeah.
All time.
Oh yeah.
Not hip hop, not R&B, all time.
All time. I love Lauryn Hill.
Yeah.
Lauryn Hill. I love Lauryn Hill. Love Lauryn Hill. Love Lauryn Hill. And when I see Lauryn Hill, I see somebody that could have been much bigger. And I ain't not even just talking about music because she was an actress too.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, sister acting. She was a legitimate actress too. Yeah. She could have been so much bigger. But I feel like she was somebody who, like you, is happy with themselves.
Yeah.
And because of that, she's not out there trying to be the biggest, greatest. She's content with who she is.
Yeah.
She's content with, who she is, not just as a person, but even the body of work that she's put out. Right. She's content with that. And she's not somebody that's out there hungry and I gotta get the next, I gotta be the best, I gotta be the She's not like that. She's very happy with who she is and what she's done. And that's the biggest thing that I love about her.
Yeah. I mean, that's why. Yeah, that's why I think I resonate with her music a lot because it's not just that, but she also be having good messages behind like every album, every song. Like she just have good messages. Yeah, that's why if you haven't heard like the Miseducation of Lauryn Hill, I definitely recommend checking it out because like the message of that whole album, you gotta listen to the whole album. It's great, very great, especially for like young men and women.
Yeah,
I feel like definitely great.
And it's not talked about either the influence that she's had on the genre.
Yeah.
That's not talked about enough for me. I mean, truthfully, before Lauryn Hill, there weren't many female rappers that sung.
Mm-hmm.
In today's world, all the female rappers want to sing and rap. All of them want to sing and rap in today's 2024. But before Lauryn, you were a rapper or you were a singer. You didn't do both.
Yeah.
She was one of the first ones that did both. And then after her, you got Missy Elliott. But that's after her.
Mm-hmm.
That's after her. Missy came in the 2000s. Lauryn been doing this early 90s. 90, what, 96, 97, 98.
You definitely on that GOAT.
Yeah.
In that GOAT conversation.
Most definitely.
So we're going to get into it. We got a fan question here. Basically, somebody DM me saying, I've been talking to this girl on and off for a few weeks now. At first, when I first started talking to her, she said I text too much. So I relaxed and start texting her less. And then she said I text too little. Weeks go by and we've been talking, went out a couple of times. I asked her about dating and she said she's not looking for anybody right now and she wants to be just friends. So I took that and slowly distanced myself because I was looking for something more than friends. But then every time I try to distance myself, she comes back around and she says that, she's Sue and everything and she wants me to still be around. But we're still only gonna be friends. Do you have any advice or insight on the matter? Being that you're the guest of today's show, I'll let you start off and answer first.
I mean, like I told y'all before, I'm so sorry. I'm not somebody who be around the bush. I wish I had that kind of answer for you just to be around the bush, but I don't be around the bush. And I believe in open and honest communication. And I feel like on her end, she's giving you the most open and honest communication that she can give you. She don't want to be with you. She said that. I do feel like if you feel you cannot be just friends with her, then you might need to tell her that I can't be just friends with you. Because she feels like we can just be friends. But you feel like I don't think I can just be friends. Which is why when she suggested just being friends, you backed away because you feel like I can't just be friends with this person, or you don't want to be put in the friend zone with this person. So for me, I don't beat around the bush. So there's nothing you can really do but have a conversation and let me be 100% clear about this. You are not responsible for another person's mental health. Some people need to hear that. You are not responsible for another person's mental health. Now, we can be good-hearted, kind-hearted people, all of those things, and we can care. But we are not responsible for another person's mental health. It's their responsibility to find the help that they need. So that person don't need a friend, they need a therapist. Let me say that one more time. That person don't need a friend, they need a therapist. And you are not that. Well, I don't know, you might be a licensed therapist, but they're not coming to you in that capacity. They're not coming to your office because they want therapy from you. So let's go ahead and separate the two. You don't have to stick around a person because you are afraid of their mental well-being. That's not your responsibility. I know that might sound harsh. No, but this is I don't beat around the bush when it comes to stuff like this. And some people take on more than they should.
Yeah, you got to keep it real. I mean, well, my answer to that question, I have a couple parts I want to get to. As far as the mental health thing, I definitely take that serious. I remember when I was going to PBSC, I had a girl just like that, and she had a boyfriend though, but we had the same math class and we got put in a partnership, and she just like, you a cool, like, I don't know, I'm just the type of person people like to open up to me and everything, and just talk to me and tell me everything. But like, she started telling me about her life, and one night she was like on the bridge and she was like texting me, like basically like, she's sitting up there, she thinking about jumping. So like, of course, I drove down there to the bridge. It was, right, the one right by the old crib. And I just talked to her. I'm like, look, clearly if you wanted to do it, you wouldn't have reached out. So clearly, like, you know, um you still feel like there's hope there. So I told her, like, climb back over here and we can talk about it, whoop de whoop. And I just basically told her, like, you got your mom that you always talking to me about, your boyfriend, like, he don't even know that, you in this situation. And it's like, clearly, like, that's somebody you got to think about. And I'm not saying, don't think about yourself, but like, I was just telling her, like, there's a reason why you didn't just do it. So like, whatever that reason is, you have to tap into that. You have to hold on to that reason, because like, I know, especially nowadays, like, life can be a lot if you don't have like the proper help. But clearly there was a reason that she stayed, and then I introduced her to a professor at the time, because when I lost my dad, this professor helped me because I major in psychology. So I knew this professor would help, and then like, I haven't, like, after I graduated.
You went to a professional.
Yeah.
You saw the help that you needed.
Yeah.
And that's the thing though, bro, because it's dangerous. It's a dangerous slope. It's a dangerous slope when we try to use friends as therapists.
Yeah.
It's a dangerous, dangerous slope. Because let's, God forbid, of course, but let's say, for instance, there have been times when people do that, but you're not a licensed therapist.
Mm-hmm.
And you might not know what to do.
Right.
You might not know what to do. That's just the reality.
Mm-hmm.
And the person might lose their life. And a friend, feel like, oh my gosh,
it's my fault.
I wasn't there for them.
Yeah.
I could have done more. I could have done this. I should have done that. When the truth of the matter is, this person had a mental illness.
Mm-hmm.
Well, anxiety is a mental illness. They try to make. I'm glad that in 2024 the stigma of mental illness has kind of died down from what it used to be. When we say mental illness back in the day, we always thought extreme, schizophrenia and depression is a mental illness.
Mm-hmm.
That's just these things that we say take lightly. Everybody have their moments. Those are still mental illnesses. Those are still things that you might possibly need to go to a therapist or reach out to somebody who is a professional to handle. Even in a situation like somebody wants to commit. If me and you, let's say I was you in that situation, I'm not saying that I would not have went to my friend's aid, because if we're friends, I'm still gonna help. I'm still gonna help you in the capacity as a friend that I can.
Right.
But I'm calling professionals. So I'm getting on the line. I'm calling 911. I'm letting them know that somebody is here trying to commit, so that they can put them on a hold. They put you on a mental hold, take you to the hospital and put you on a mental hold, so that a therapist can talk to you and see where your actual mental state is.
Mm-hmm.
That's professional. So I still would have went to that route, because I feel like as a friend, that's what my capacity is. I might not know how to help you the way that you need to be helped. And the truth of the matter is, the way that you need to be helped might not be solved in a few minutes while we on this bridge.
Right.
So I need to be able to say, okay, as a friend, this is how I can help as a friend. I can call professionals that can help you, or like what you did, I can put you in touch with the right people that can help you, in the state that you're in. But it's a very, 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 very dangerous though. And of course, I'm not necessarily talking about you, because you actually have training. Like you said, you went to school for psychology.
Yeah.
You have training. So I'm not necessarily talking about you. I'm just saying in general, it's a very, very dangerous and slippery slope when we try to make our friends our therapists. And granted, I'm not just talking about the person who you just vent to. That's different. Of course, I'm not talking about somebody who you venting to about your day or the troubles of your life. I'm not talking about that. Of course, that's what friends is for. But like I said, when you're dealing with depression, when you're dealing with anxiety, when you're dealing with PTSD, when you're dealing with things that are actual mental illnesses, your friend can't help you. You actually need to seek out professional help for yourself. And I'm not saying all professional help comes in one way. Some people's professional help come through church. Some people's professional help come through therapy. Some people's professional help come through meditation. Some people's professional help comes through so many different ways you can find help. It's up to you as a person to find the way that works for you. Your friend can't do that for you. So that's all I really,
Yeah.
Because I've had the guilt of, what could I have done better, or what should I have said something differently, or and the truth of the matter is, I'm just a friend. So I could have said something that made your mind go even more down into a spiral.
Right.
Because I'm just a friend. And I'm doing the best I can to help you, but I'm not a professional. And so we do that. It's a thin line, but there is a line. Yeah. So we do have to distinguish, especially in a situation. But in a situation like this here, when you have romantic interest for somebody, you have to put that to the side, because they're telling you that they're not in a mental state for that. Mm-hmm. That's what she's telling you. She's telling you, I am nowhere near in the mental state to be in a relationship. I want to kill myself. You don't want to be with me right now. That's what she's telling you. That's what she's telling you. So now you can take that and you can say, okay, I want to help my friend Let me go see if I can find a therapist for her. Let me just, be an open ear to if she wants to vent. Or you can say, I don't really want friendship. I really wanted, a relationship with you, and I don't want to just be friends. But the truth of the matter is, you can't be friends with her, then you can't have a relationship with
I
her. So that's
agree.
up to you to choose.
No, you good. Hopefully you got the answer that you was looking for. I agree with everything he said as far as like I was just gonna say that maybe she's not in the mental state to do that. I also know that in this day and age, it's also very difficult to.
But it sounds like, okay, let me give you a little hope, friend. It does sound like she wants you around. So if you so if you're able to let her know your true intentions. I will be your friend right now because I understand that you might not be have the mental capacity to be more than that. But just know I want to be more than that. As long as you are being honest and you stating your true intentions, you are moving forward. Even if you're all a friend, you're still moving forward because you told the truth. You told her exactly what you want. That's up to her to say, I never want to be with you in that capacity. Then you can make your decision whether or not you still want to be friends with her. But honesty is always best, at least when it comes to me. I ain't gonna never tell you to lie to nobody.
I also
The whole truth.
I also feel like you could still be friends with this person because you definitely don't want to leave nobody alone in that state. Like he said, you don't want to carry the burden, but you also don't want to leave this person like completely alone if they don't have anybody. But I would say also don't put all your eggs in one basket either, because while you looking at this person, it could be somebody else that you know around that you're not even thinking about that might have interest in you. And to be honest, like, from the sounds of the DM, it sounds like you really want somebody. For me personally, I know a lot of people don't like to hear this. You get the most attention, like the most women, the most, is when you on your purpose and you doing your own thing. That's when people pay the most attention to you because you not focused on them. If somebody have your attention already, not this girl in this situation, but somebody else. But if somebody like if if a girl that you talking to, a different girl, had your attention already, and like she not really, I don't know why it is that way, but like a woman is not really competing for your attention because she getting attention for so many other people. It don't make you stand out. But when you on your purpose, you getting your money up, you doing everything you need to do to better yourself, then she gonna want you because she gonna see that you're different. And as crazy as it sounds, trust me, it worked for me. He can attest. He used to work with me. He used to see, you know,
It's about
the
being your authentic self. When you are being your authentic self, you will attract people in your life that love your authentic self.
yeah.
It's when you being fake that you attract fake people. Okay, say that one more time. Some of the people wondering why everybody around them ain't real friends. When you fake, you attract fake people. Be your authentic self, and authentic people will start to come around you.
All right.
And they will love you for who you are authentically.
I hope that answered your question. You been tuning into basketball?
Not how I want to be, no.
Did you have a pick for the NBA finals?
Same as last year.
Oh yeah, I agree. Um, but last night it didn't look too good. They got blown out by 45. That boy, that boy Anthony Edwards, he really
He
hit
won the
me,
thing.
man. He
We'll see where it goes, but I do feel like Joker is a hard man. So we gonna see.
definitely, and it's gonna be in Denver, so it's definitely gonna be a tough outing.
Yeah.
You know,
Out on the East Coast, I don't know. Right. It could be New York.
to be honest, as a Heat fan, we don't like the Celtics. We don't like the Knicks. So I just hope anybody in the West win. Anybody in the Western Conference, please win, because I'm tired of these damn Celtics fans. I used to have to work with one. Porzingis this, Jason Tatum that, Jaylen Brown this.
I am a Jason Tatum fan.
Hell,
Tatum fan, but he the only one I like on the team. So.
I don't like Jason Tatum. I used to like when they was battling LeBron.
Yes.
But Jason Tatum now, like you just like sprint past the dude. He whining about how is this
back in the day, like you said, back in the day.
Nah, back in the day they was cool. Like now we got Terry Rozier, but when they had Terry Rozier, Kyrie, and all of them, like I used to like their team. But
I did too. That was actually probably the height of me watching him was with him and Kyrie and all.
Yeah, them Boston fans made me not like their team. So because like I had to work with a Boston Celtics fan, that's why I don't like the Celtics because they all just alike. Like I don't even know. Like they think just because they team good now, like the Heat ain't been scrubbing their ass the past couple of years. Like
I'm about to say, didn't
then like you beat the Heat without Jimmy and Terry this year.
Let's be honest, wouldn't get there bad.
Granted, y'all still would have won, but the series wouldn't have looked the way it did
at all.
You beat Cleveland. Donovan Mitchell go down in the last 2 games, or was it the last 2? But he missed 2 games of the series, so you really ain't do nothing then. So it's like y'all really getting the easy road. So if y'all win the championship, like I get.
One thing about it, the West ain't the easy road. So once they hit that championship game, nobody in the West is nobody.
All bias aside though, that be my thing though. Like I know, like it might, because I'm a Heat fan, it might sound like bias, but that's what concerned me about Boston in a sense. Because say they do go against Denver, like it's definitely gonna be a competitive series, but because like every team Boston has faced has been hurt and they still like drop 1 game against each team, it's like, and they suck at home. Like they always lose a game at home. Like I think they road record in the playoffs is like the past couple years is better than their home record. So like when they play a team like Denver, who not gonna play around, like
it's hard to play up there in that altitude.
Exactly. And then like even if Porzingis come back, like you got to deal with the Joker. Denver has so many big bodies, so they can match up with Tatum, Brown. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? So I still think the Celtics could win, but then I think that'll be their first time hitting adversity. And then as we've seen this season, when the Celtics are in the close games, the Celtics? I mean, I hope not, because I don't want to hear their fans.
I'm not saying they're not good. They're good, but they not. In 2024, they're not there. They're not there. I'm sorry. They're not there. The Heat not there. I love the Heat.
They're not.
But they're not a championship team right now.
They definitely made major changes this summer. I know we got the Jimmy Butler situation going on. So we don't.
They need major changes.
Yeah, they
need major changes. I'm so sorry. I love Heat Nation. I love the culture, but they need some changes.
I agree with that.
If they plan on winning the championship.
Definitely. Extend Jimmy. He getting up there in age. He more hurt, or trade Jimmy, or let him play out his contract and see if he gonna be happy.
Jimmy is not waiting. Okay, I don't have Jimmy can go. I'm so sorry. Like I felt a certain kind of way when Wade left. I felt a certain kind of way when the Heat didn't give Wade what he asked for and he left. Because Wade was a franchise player. And I understand that Jimmy at the moment might be the Heat franchise player, but he didn't start with the Heat. So I don't really have the same feelings about him that I have. So Jimmy can go. And granted, I like Jimmy. Jimmy has done great as far as at least getting us to the championship. At least he got us there twice.
Yeah.
At least he got us there twice. But he can go. As long as y'all replacing him with somebody that's better.
That's what I was gonna say. It depends on what the team gonna look like. If he do leave, I
don't even think he need to go. I just feel like he need help.
That's what we all feel like. But we've been running back the same team basically for what, 5 or 6 seasons. So
and it pisses me off. I'm like, My mind be like, okay, last year, y'all, you see that we almost got there. You would think in your mind, you would say, okay, what do I need to actually take me to that next step so where I can actually win it?
Bring
You
back
don't
the same
change
team.
anything. You change absolutely nothing.
Yeah, that definitely was like. I don't think the playoff run was a fluke, but I think like them expecting them to get back there. Yeah, but them, but
They almost lost every time.
yeah, but them expecting them to get back there this year with the same exact team. That was that to me that was a fluke because they was terrible. Like they was good in the playoffs, but they was terrible last year in the regular season. Like that's why they was in the play-in tournament. Yeah, and then they was terrible this season. Like I mean, granted they was hurt, but their offense sucked this year. So it's like they definitely need changes. I agree, Jimmy need help, but hopefully it's not too late because he already up there in age.
I would be okay if they kept him, and I would be okay if they got rid of him for somebody better.
Nah,
I'll be honest.
I don't know. Like me,
But even if you bring in somebody better, you still have to bring in more than one person. You will end up in the same predicament. You still got, even if they say, "Oh, I'm going to replace Jimmy with the greatest whoever."
to me,
Can't do it by yourself.
with the Miami Heat and the way they run things, it's more about like yes, this person got to be talented, but it's more about like fit and buying in. Because
Yeah.
like we had LeBron, but like because like he wasn't one of them people like that was like all in. Like he wanted to have his way.
That's why he break that Lakers because he can control every. He can call him coach number 3.
Yeah, so like because he was that way, like they didn't reach the full potential of what
And Miami say,
they
"No, you
could
a
have
player.
did. Yeah.
Riley don't play that. You're not going to run Pat Riley's program. That's one thing about it.
And granted, Jimmy get to do what he want, but he still like buys into everything that
You're not running Pat Riley's program. So you're not a player. You're not. This man don't work with Michael Jordan. You think he's gonna come in? Stop. They're gonna come in here and run that man program.
Magic Johnson.
Whoever. You're not going to come and run his program. He done work with your best. Just one in a long line of people he done work with.
But yeah, like I like me over the past couple of years, like seeing what Jimmy has taken us to, and like I don't even think a lot of people be blaming like it's Jimmy's fault. I just feel like we never surrounded him with the correct people.
Agreed.
Like when they first signed him, like they was basically saying how like he was like step one to bringing in somebody else so they can can be a complete team. But we saw the ascension of Hero, Duncan Robinson, Bam. So they kind of like, well, we want to build for the future and we want to build for the now. And obviously those two things don't really work that well because you know you got people still trying to grow, but they can't really grow to their full potential because you got somebody who's in the now who's like the star player of the team. So they gotta definitely change that up.
Yeah, they need help. That's just bottom line. Bottom line is they and I understand. I feel like the Heat like to get no name people. They like to get them straight off the bench, and build them, with the Heat culture.
Yeah.
And build them into something. But that kind of stuff, like you said, take time.
Yeah.
It take time.
But yeah, man, on that note, I know we definitely got to hit the basketball court. We got to do a lot of things. We've been talking about.
We got to go to an actual game. We've been talking about going to a game. For a while.
Speaking of that, so like there is like 3 teams right now. I don't know what it's gonna look like next year, but 3 teams right now that I gotta see next year.
Okay.
The Timberwolves because I want to see Anthony Edwards. The Spurs because I want to see Wembanyama, and because they're not good right now. Well, I don't know. He the rookie of the year.
What is his name?
He the rookie of the year, so the ticket.
Short name. They ain't getting no big name yet.
Wemby.
That's the nickname.
Yeah, the nicknames suck nowadays.
I'm so sorry. You can do better than that. You're supposed to be a French culture, man. We can do better than Wemby, right?
But yeah, so I got to see Wemby. I don't know if the ticket's gonna go up because he just won Rookie of the Year, so the tickets might go up. And then
that's a good example. I'm glad you brought him up and brought the Spurs up because that's a good example of what we're talking about as far as development. You have somebody, and he not even no name, but he is, freshman in the NBA, but they're going to develop him just like how they did. What's my boy name? Now he played in LA now. The
Anthony
Clippers.
Kawhi.
Yes, the same way they did Kawhi. Just how they developed Kawhi into one of the greatest. Maybe not as much now, but back then, I remember the rivalry between Kawhi and the Heat. That was a great rivalry.
Oh yeah.
Oh my gosh, that was a great rivalry. That was back when games were exciting. They ain't gonna be exciting like that.
I mean, it depends on who you talk
They
to.
don't be exciting like that no more. I'm sorry.
We're gonna catch a game. I gotta go see the OKC Thunder.
Yeah.
I always wanted to see Luka too.
Yeah, I definitely. So you want to see a Spencer game?
Hey, if you go to the game with me, my brother will tell you we sit close to the floor.
Oh my God!
So
Thinking right now.
Oh, speaking of that, because there still might be seats next to us, but in August, me, Nisha, and Leah, we all going to Monday Night Raw. So.
Oh really?
Yeah. I could send I could pull it up after this and show you in case you wanna, because it wasn't even that much actually.
Okay, where it's gonna be at?
The Amarant, like where the Florida Panthers play.
I just went and saw Cat Williams at the end.
Oh, you was there?
I was there.
I thought about going to that one. I might go. I don't know. I might go see 21. I saw the tickets for 21
Really?
Savage.
Yeah,
we could do that too. They was only that's what I'm saying, and they was
I don't know if they still have.
they sit up close.
I would go.
So I definitely we're gonna look it up. But yeah, we supposed to do a lot. We supposed to get in the gym, but right now I'm
over the summer I have time. Let's do it.
We could do it. I just gotta take it light because I still got the chest thing going on. So and I got my joints be locking up a lot, so I gotta
stop it joint.
Yeah, that's gonna help. But
too young for joints. I can't say that because I got my knees is bad.
What else we supposed to do? We ain't go to KOD yet. Magic City, Follies. I probably can't do that stuff no more now.
He talking about going out of state. Y'all talking about some Magic City.
Hey, I heard they got good wings.
Oh, I heard they got good other assets too.
My wife watches this show. But yeah. What else we got to do?
I mean, look, y'all. I like to travel. So
Vegas. Hey, WrestleMania gonna be in Vegas next year.
I love Vegas. Been to Vegas twice already.
Yeah, I've never been. I want to go to Arizona.
Mm-hmm.
Not around this time of year. A lot when it's a lot more cooler.
I don't necessarily want to go to Arizona, but I do want to see the Grand Canyon. I don't necessarily care for Arizona, the desert. What does Arizona got to offer me? I live in Florida, baby. I live in beaches and sunshine. I don't know what the desert got to offer me, but we'll see.
I always wanted to go to Utah, but I don't know if
you want to go to these crazy places. So you are outdoorsy person.
I want to see the mountains and
outdoors.
Yeah. I don't know. I like nature. I used to. I ain't gonna lie. When you start dating somebody and they want to go on these dates to go to these gardens and stuff, I'm telling you, I'm not the only guy to say this. I done talked to numerous guys. You when you start dating somebody, if you want to know if they the person for you, bro, I like to stay in, play 2K, make music and all that stuff. But you start dating somebody, they start taking you to see these gardens and all this stuff, and you start thinking that stuff interesting, that's how you know she the one. Because nobody unless you just really into that. That's what I'm saying.
I used to hate the smell of a rose.
For real. Yeah, not.
I ain't mature no more.
Now I'm into nature and stuff. And I know you into nature.
Well, so I need to go to Colorado. I need to
California.
I want to go skiing.
Skiing? Niggas ski?
Yeah.
I ain't never seen them.
Ski, skateboard, Surf.
Skateboard, yeah. Surf?
Oh yeah.
No, I ain't.
Surf.
Yeah, we definitely do that. Apparently, they do that in church now. You ever you saw that video?
I ain't go to that kind of church on my bed though.
No, no, my church ain't going. They ain't going for that. But
That's why oh, I bet you go get.
oh man,
It's about the best you go get. But no, yeah, one place that I only went to for one day that I have to go back to, L.A. Loved L.A.
that's all Leah be talking about. I never been though.
Bro, I was only there one day, and when I tell you, amazing.
We can all go one day.
When I tell you, it's the only thing that about LA that I hated, and it's the homeless.
I heard it's a lot. Yeah.
We just got one or two people on the corner begging. These jokers got.
It's not funny. It's just the way he said it.
Yeah, well, what we see in Florida is one or two people on the corner with a little sign begging. In California, they don't have signs asking for anything. These people are permanent homeless folks. They got tent houses that look like they have been there for years. These tent houses be having couches and furniture and TVs. These people don't have no plans on moving or trying to get better or trying to get off the street. It was a completely different thing I had never seen in my life. Now, I'm not saying everybody who's homeless is like that in California. Of course not. But there are definitely permanent homeless people living in. I mean, I saw somebody who had set up boards next to a overpass. They had to set up boards and a tent. I mean, they had the whole thing laid out, bro, and had no intentions on trying. I'm like, this is not your yard. This is not your yard. This is an overpass.
Yeah, it's so expensive up there. So it's like I understand. Like I don't think they just doing it because like clearly they ain't got no choice. I heard the living cost is crazy out there. You know how much they pay for gas?
It is. Living in Florida is high. Don't get me wrong. Living in Florida is hella high, but it's higher over there.
Don't get me started on that.
It's higher over there. But okay, but let me say this. New York living expensive is extremely high. And they have homeless people, but they ain't got what they got over there in California.
Yeah, but they got subways.
What they got?
Them people on the ground.
California got buses and they got alternate means of transportation.
Yeah, but you just can't go sleep on the bus. You can go sleep underground.
No, they move you. The police officers move
in New York.
Oh yes.
I mean, I've never been, so I don't know how it is.
They move you. It's pretty much like how it is here. Well, a bitch can't sleep where they want to. You're not gonna find this on a regular. Like in California, you could just be walking down a regular sidewalk and you will see Kent just walking down the regular sidewalk. And you're not gonna find that here.
Nah.
Even here, even if they did sleep on the sidewalk, by that morning they packing that shit up and moving it on to the next. You can't. There is no permanent housing, permanent living situation for a homeless person in Florida. There, you can tell that these people have been living in this whatever they done built for a long time. This ain't no, oh, I done fell on hard times and I'm just doing this for a few months until I get my life together. Or whatever. This is somebody who have come to the conclusion, this is where I stay. I now live in 1958 Underpass Way.
Mm-hmm.
That's where they live at now. 1958 Underpass Way. It's a completely different, and I know that they can do something about it because it's like going from one neighborhood to the other. In Beverly Hills, bitch, you don't even see gum on the street, let alone a homeless person. They don't even let you spit gum on the street in Beverly Hills. Their roads are filled with oranges and blossoms and beautiful flowers, trees. There is no homeless person, period. I walked in a Beverly Hills park and they got fig trees, fruit trees that you could just go and pick. Free. Just go and pick in Beverly Hills. No homeless people though.
Yeah, I mean,
so you telling me a homeless person, there's fruit and shit, they can just go and get free to eat and ain't no homeless? So there's something that they could do about it. Whether it's finding them homes or what there's something they could do about the situation. And yes, their cost of living is high, but they also make more than the average person too. Just like in New York. Their cost of living is high, but they do make more than the average person.
See, I'm not tapped in. I'm not educated, so I don't know all these things. I just know, like,
when I worked at the hospital, I think I was making when I started. I say when I started because when I ended, when I started at the hospital, I think I was making $17 an hour. A lady came from New York City to do the same job I was doing. She said in New York City she was getting paid $35 an hour.
Oh yeah,
and took a pay cut
to come here.
To come here.
I knew somebody from Boston. He said he was making $26 an hour.
They cost of living is high, but they make more money. That's just the reality.
I ain't gonna lie. Before, like when you started that sentence, I thought you was about to say you used to make homeless people's salary.
No. Yeah, like I was making home.
I was like, dang, where this about to go at? I might have to edit that out.
No. I am very sympathetic to the homeless. Don't get me wrong. I understand that we are all but a job away. That's just the reality.
I ain't gonna lie. Like, I'm sympathetic, but I done seen people, at least around here, too, you try to offer somebody food.
But that's all they gonna get from me.
They be like, I don't want no damn food. I want some money.
Yeah, no.
For some.
See, there's a difference when you're homeless because you done fell on hard times and when you're homeless because you're an addict. What we have in Florida mostly are addicts. In New York, it's a mix. You have people who are homeless because they just done fell on hard times, and you got people who are addicts, and you got people who are permanently unhoused.
And then where I used to stay, there was this dude, like, he used to stand over there by McDonald's. And he was like all dirty, hair messed up. At the end of the day, that man used to change his clothes, fix up his hair, hop in his car, and leave, and then come back the next day. So that's how I found out. And I remember because my mama tried to offer him like some of my clothes that I ain't wear no more, and like he didn't want that. Like,
say this is a job.
Exactly.
Nah.
But you know it's crazy though. Like you could really go out and stand like out there and make like if I had to guess, these people, like say everybody gave you $1 and in an hour you can make $60 an hour.
And here when we say that, it just depends on where you just got to know the good spots.
Yeah.
You got to know the good spots.
Definitely.
You got to know the good. But it when I tell you it was shocking to me that and I don't know how to explain it, bro. When I tell you it was shocking to me just to see how much it was something that you're not used to. You're not used to just walking down. And I'm talking about, okay, so let's say, Hollywood Boulevard, that's supposed to be like the major, that's where all of the big movies and all of that, that's where all of the stars go with the movie releases. Mm-hmm. Hollywood Boulevard is supposed to be like the main attraction in LA. That's the main, that's just like for us City Place or Clematis. Imagine if you walk down Clematis and on one half of Clematis, everything is beautiful. Lights, cameras, action. Beautiful. On the other half of Clematis, all of the buildings are deprecated. Everything just look run down. And every little corner there's a homeless person. It look like two different streets. Okay. This is your main attraction. There are visitors and there are people walking up and down the street all day long. When I went as a tourist. There are tourists walking up and down Hollywood Boulevard looking at, oh, that's Sinatra's fingerprint. Oh, that's so and so's name on the street.
Mm-hmm.
And then you look, and you at the corner of your eye, you see a homeless person shitting on Whitney Houston name.
That's crazy.
That's how wild it is. And we're talking about like a clematis. This is your main attraction.
Mm-hmm.
Why are you not keeping your main attraction at least clean? At least the main attraction. Are you kidding me? You're getting thousands of people a day walking down this street. I should not see a bitch shitting on the side of the road next to Whitney Houston name on the road. I shouldn't. I'm so sorry, but that's what I saw.
I'm starting to think maybe you shouldn't go back to LA.
That's the only bad thing. Everything else was so nice to where I want to go back. I definitely want to go back, and I'm gonna be honest with you. My mind almost said, Clifton, you could live here because it's some aspects of it is very similar to how we live here in Florida. Some aspects are very similar. The only thing that's really different is like it's very hilly and mountain, but that's where the rich folks stay at. So if you in the city is almost like a plain, and around the city is where the mountains and the hills and Hollywood Hills and all those Beverly Hills, those are actual hills.
Mm-hmm.
That's not just name; those are actual hills where the rich folks stay at. All the city is actually on the inside. It's like a plane almost. So the inside is flat. That's where the hood is at. That's where Oakland and all that. That's on the inside.
Mm-hmm.
The rich folks stay up in the mountain, stuff like that.
Sounds interesting.
So truthfully, you really only go unless you're rich. You really only go up there for touristy things like maybe see a Hollywood sign or something like that. Most of the time, most people are inside the city. Well, all the big buildings and stuff. So
we definitely gotta go.
I love it. I can't wait to go again. California is one of the few places where you have ocean, mountain, and valley all in the same place. You can go hiking, you can go swimming, and you can go skiing in the same day. All in the same day in California. I would move to California. If they cost of living just came down just enough, or if my cost of living went up, I would move to California. Love it. And only 4 hours away from Las Vegas. That's from here to Tampa.
Yeah, that's not bad.
I say this to people all the time. I said living in Florida, because of how Florida is built, living in Florida really teaches you how to travel the world. Because when I tell you, Orlando is 2 hours away from here. When you go, let's say I lived in Philadelphia. Philadelphia ain't but 2 hours away from New York.
Yeah.
So it's like when you hear these cities' names, your mind think that they far until you realize, well, I traveled from here to Orlando and that was nothing. So I should be able to go from Philadelphia to New York. It's the same amount of distance, same time my time.
Mm-hmm.
Living in Florida really teaches you that you can travel anywhere.
Yeah, I don't like driving,
especially where your family from. Oh my gosh, it tastes.
Oh yeah, I don't. No Floridian has heard of where they from. Like at least no South Floridian has ever heard where they from. So
of course, man.
Yeah, it's definitely difficult to find. Even Siri don't know. For real.
Okay, let's find the closest destination. Let's see. Okay, what's the closest destination? What's the next major city? But it's not really a city. It's more of a town.
Yeah, but it's all like, especially with my auntie stay, cause she not really in the Funia. She like, I forgot what it's called, but she stay in the woods.
Yeah,
so,
sister, one time.
Yeah, it's woods and dirt road. Don't go out there at night. You ain't gonna be able to see nothing.
No, we did. I think what was we going? I think we was going to we going to Pensacola. We might have been going to Pensacola or something. And it was on the way.
Yeah. But before we get up on out of here, anything you wanna get off your chest, say to the people, you wanna promote your IG, your Facebook, anything where they can find you at? Anything you want to say? Any special message?
No special message. I'm just happy to have been invited, man. I hope I
Yeah.
get another invite.
Oh yeah, most definitely. This a family show. So,
Let's see if it stay a family show by the time I finish.
oh yeah, I'm gonna have to hella edit this one. I'm good right now because you two don't know me yet, but once I start getting like up there, I know I'm gonna have to like edit all that.
What we're not gonna do is stop the money. That's what we're not gonna do. Well, we got that. I will not cuss one cuss word with you two. Give my brother all of his money.
Yeah.
For real.
But on that note, we out, man. Appreciate you for sliding through.
Most definitely.